Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love MMA, the UFC as much as I do. By the way, I'm sorry I didn't talk about this in my last video. I'm probably gonna post it later. 1 million. They don't sponsor me. They should. Oh, so great. Helps with getting women. Trust me, as a single man, it helps. And a guy with a little bit of a pot belly still working on. This increases his chances of getting women. Now, on to the video. I'm really excited for this fight. Actually, more than I am for the main event of UFC 286. That goes down tonight. Justin Gaethje is back. He takes on Rafael. I can't say his last name. I'm just going to call him Raf for short. Raf. If I call you Raf, I'm going to call you Raf. I've picked Gaethje to win this fight in the past because of his stand-up experience and the fact that he hasn't been KO'd on his feet like that with a straight-up punch. I'm still picking him to win this fight, but let me describe how this fight goes and how I think it's going to look at the end. I do think this fight goes the distance. I don't think this fight is going to finish by KO for either guy. Round one, I think Raf is going to come out strong. He's going to come out very precise. He's pretty good at not getting hit in this fight. I think the first round will be his round. He'll dominate the first round. It's going to be a slugfest the whole time. But he's a technical striker. He's not just going to go out there and go into a brawl mode with anybody like that, because then you leave yourself to getting hit more. I think Justin Gaethje will get his shots in round one, but he won't get anywhere near as many as Rafael, because, again, Rafael's technical. He's tight technical. That's how he beat Rafael dos Anjos. Respect to him, by the way, one of my favorite fighters ever. He's going to get a lot of nasty hooks in, some uppercuts. He's going to get real close to Gaethje. He's going to throw some leg kicks. I think he'll get the better of the stand-up exchange. Round two, I think you'll see Gaethje kind of get settle down into the fight. It'll be more of an even competitive second round. But I think Rafael is still going to get it'll be a 10-9 round probably with the stand-up exchanges. I think you'll see Gaethje start to clinch in Rafael a lot more. Not that he does it a whole lot, but he's more of a stand-up guy. Now, I do think Gaethje is going to hit harder out of the two, so I think you'll kind of see him use his uppercuts and hit him like he did with Chandler more, but he'll keep Rafael real close midway, late second round, to where he'll gain momentum and he'll get the better of the stand-up exchanges because he's limiting Rafael's ability to strike and land leg kicks in the clinch. Basically, he's going to be landing some uppercuts and some big haymakers. Boom, boom. He's going to rock Rafael's world in this fight. He's going to. All right. But again, 2 rounds, you'll see Rafael be winning this fight. Third round, this is Gaethje's round. He's very experienced in the cage. He's gone to 5 rounds before with Tony Ferguson, who's very tough. He didn't quite put him away. You know, Tony was pretty much done on his feet, but he was still had his consciousness. He probably would have went further, but that's beside the point. The point is, this round, Gaethje comes back strong. He's going to land some big punches. He's going to put himself in harm's way. The problem is, even though I know Rafael hits hard, I think Gaethje hits a lot harder. And I think you'll see Rafael think in the back of his head, okay, I've got this fight won. He's going to start to evade more, but he won't be able to evade like he wants. He's going to be circling around. He's going to be walking into some big haymakers from Gaethje. Boom! And he's going to rock his world several times. I do think near the end of the 5th round, you'll see Gaethje connect and drop Rafael, once or twice in this fight. And everyone's still going to think, wow, this is going to be a split decision. I think this will be a controversial decision. The UFC likes both guys. So this is going to be a very hard, you might even see a possible rematch. I think Gaethje, because he finishes strong and because he wins the 3rd round and did enough in the 2nd round, I think you'll see him win a controversial split decision over Rafael. Because here's the thing, I think because of Rafael's technical tendencies and the fact that he doesn't get hit as much as he hits other guys, he's going to get the better of it. He'll land more significant strikes, and I think that's the thing that people are going to be looking at. They're going to say this fight will be a robbery, but I think because Gaethje's battle-tested, he's already fought the elite guys much more than Rafael has in his career so far. But because of that, I think Gaethje's experience, his hard-headedness, all right, I'm not talking about hard-headed syndrome like people that don't like to listen. He literally has a hard head. It's hard to put him away. And the fact that Rafael doesn't present a grappling or submission grappling danger in this fight, I think you'll see Gaethje make a comeback and he'll make this fight very close, competitive, but he'll end up winning because of how he finishes. We've seen this before in the UFC. If you look back at Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping, Michael Bisping versus Vanderlei Silva, for example. Those two fights that Michael lost, but people say he should have won or could have won because he won the first 2 rounds. And even if this was a 5-round fight, I still think, which I think it might be, I haven't kept up with the UFC too much. I just know that they're fighting, and this is a fun, exciting fight, and I really want to talk about this like I am now. I think this will be very controversial. It will be controversial. These guys are not finishing each other. They're going to stand there and bang because Gaethje's coming off an embarrassing loss to Oliveira, and he's hungry to get that nasty taste out of his mouth for being choked in a fight. Not saying he choked in the fight, like he got nervous, but he got choked out again like he did with Khabib. He wants to begin his march back to that title, or at least be closer to the title fight, because he's a dangerous guy. People love to watch. That's great, but he wants to be champion. That's why he's in this. And you got Rafael, a young, hungry contender who really wants to make a name for himself. So, but with that, all that being said, again, the experience, and I think the fact that Gaethje hits harder, and the fact that he's going to have to, the urgency to come back in this fight while being trailing point-wise, and the UFC, he's probably going to get a split decision. It's going to be very close and controversial. I think Rafael shows up better tonight, his technical abilities, but the fact that Gaethje hits hard is going to land more later in the fight, and the fact that he has so much experience is going to help him get in my eyes, a controversial, I don't want to say controversial, this fight can go either way decision-wise, but I think if you look at the numbers and the way how Rafael, octagon time-wise, he's going to be controlling that fight more, but the fact that Gaethje's going to land harder and come back and finish the fight strong, they're going to give him the fight. That's just my opinion. I do have Gaethje winning, but it will be a very close, competitive fight.